Hi friends, you can choose from the clips or you can choose from the selection piles. See you there. Welcome to my channel. My name is Griselle with Psychic MD and I'm here to do a pick a card reading. This is going to be a selection portion of that. If you don't want to see the selection and you know what you want to choose, then go ahead and choose your number and it will be in the description box below. And I'll see you there. For the rest of you that want to stick through this, we're going to pick these together, okay? For you repeat offenders, I want to thank you for your support, your love. And for you new people, I want to thank you for stopping in. I hope everybody gets exactly what they need out of this reading, whether it is information, help, verification, or amusement. Whatever floats your boat, darlings. Okay. So, this is going to be Make It Make Sense. For singles, this is a singles reading only. If you are in a relationship, this is probably not going to resonate with you, okay? So let's get out our cards, our piles here. Make it make sense for singles. Show me now. So this is for pile number 1. Make it make sense. Make it make sense for singles. Show me now. This is pile number 2. These are juicy cards. Make it make sense for my singles. Pile number 3. Ooh, okay. Wow. Okay. So you guys know the drill. Pile 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead and make your selection, and I will see you at your reading. Hi, pile number 2. This is your reading. Make it make sense for my single friends. Why I can't get the lighting in here to do better. My phone's acting all sorts of weirdness. Okay, that's better. Okay, make it make sense. So this, first of all, I want to say that you chose the 6 of Cups. Let's just get a closer look here. Incredibly beautiful cards. But this talks to me about nostalgia, about looking back on the days that have gone long ago. Perhaps, I heard the word creation, but on the days that when you were younger, you were carefree. This could be like childhood friends, childhood connections. At the bare minimum, this definitely involves a lot of nostalgia, okay? Situations that make you long for when things were different with specific people, okay? So let's find out what's going on with you. Pile number 1, make it make sense. Make it make sense from pile number 1s, please. Show me a little bit about why the 6 of Cups is here for my pile number 1s. Show me now. Super. The Hierophant. This could be about a commitment or something very traditional, okay? It could have been a traditional courtship and an ending. So I feel like this is something to do with something that was a relationship or a situationship, complicationship, whatever your ship is, right? That had to do with something that was like very traditional. I love this card. I have to show you this. One of my all-time favorites in this deck. I wish the lighting, what is the lighting here? Sorry guys. Come one. Lighting. Thank you. So we're talking curves for days, you guys. We're talking almost like a vibe of body paint going on here. But I feel like perhaps maybe you're thinking back in hindsight and saying, man, I wish I could have committed to this person, somebody that you had really fond feelings with. I don't feel like you were involved in a relationship at that point in time. And I do feel like this connection came to an end, but there's a lot of nostalgia behind it. So make this make sense. So we're going to find out a little bit about why the Hierophant, the card of commitment, the card of tradition, of building things in a very, traditional manner. I mean, there's not a lot to say about that. Now this, she's kind of robed, if you will, in all red. And it's interesting to me because that is the root chakra. So right away I'm thinking stability. Okay, but we're going to find out where this goes. So make this make sense. Pile number 1. Why is the Hierophant here, please? Show me now. The Hermit. So maybe somebody withdrew in order to gain a better sense of themselves, a sense of balance, find out more about what they wanted out of life, what and how they view commitment. I feel like this could be you. This could even reference a Virgo. But this is withdrawing. This is going within. This is pulling away from this connection, away from a commitment. Yeah, moving. Somebody moved. So it could be that you moved away from this school when you were young, or this neighborhood, or you just moved away from the relationship. When I say relationship in this case, I'm saying like the friendship, or I just feel like it's very young vibes. Like, even I don't think y'all were considering a relationship at that point in time, but I could be wrong for some of you. And I'm messing with this lighting. This is making me crazy. Okay, so here I feel like somebody moved away, and it could even have to do with perhaps maybe your parents had to move, something like that, but you definitely took that heartache, heartbreak, and experience with you. There was a relocation, something definitely came to an end. Woo, look at that, straight out jumped for you. The Moon, so I feel like this is saying, even though everything ended, there's still a lot of doubt, a lot of things that are hidden, a lot of things that are unspoken. It's almost saying like, I wasn't sure exactly what transpired. Maybe perhaps we were young, but did I have feelings for me as well? Was it all in my mind? Was it all an illusion? Or was this like a real thing? Was it mutual? I think that's like the biggest doubt. So you could be at a point in your life right now where you're revisiting things like that. I feel like you're wishing for simpler times and kind of wishing that you had made different decisions. And I think that especially it was kind of a desire to stay in contact, but it just didn't happen, okay? This is where you're at right now. I feel the 8 of Swords, yeah. It's like I can't move one way or another. I can't make a decision about this. I can't change. I mean, nobody can change the past, obviously. Gosh, you guys bear with me here. I don't know if the lighting changed and my camera's like doing whatever it wants. But I feel like you're all trapped in your head. You're caught up in your head about what could have been, what should have been. There's a lot of blue in this background, and that just really tells me that perhaps there's a need to speak up about this to this person, okay? So make it make sense. Is that somebody moved away? Maybe you're on the other receiving end of that. Maybe somebody moved away from you. You felt like a lot of fondness towards them. And it seemed like there was like a real strong bond and commitment, and they just disappeared out of your life. Maybe, again, through no will of their own, but perhaps because their parents moved, or just time or distance, I'm not sure. The 3 of Swords tells me that this just really cut you really, really deep. Like you weren't expecting this, and I feel like it still hurts. So this is like heartache and pain over time. This is I feel like some of you guys could feel like hurt and betrayed, even though it wasn't like super logical, like maybe you guys were too young to try to keep in touch or whatever transpired. So it's like, I don't understand why I hurt so bad over this connection, or the possibility, the potential of this connection, but it just hurts, okay? And I have the King of Swords here at the bottom of the deck, so I feel like this is really stating I just need clarity. I want clarity. I want to cut through the ish. I get clarity here. I want to cut through all this doubt, all this mystery. Do they really feel the same way about me? Did it mean anything? Do they still think about me? This childhood crush or this past person, was there something there? I feel like that's the biggest thing. It's like you want to get to nitty gritty of it, okay? And right here, I've got the Page of Swords. So pile number one, are you doing a little bit of spying? If you are, no judgment here. But I feel like one of you is just doing a little bit of homework, a little bit of research, spying, trying to gain some knowledge, some clarity, right? On perhaps how to progress, or just even, is the other person attached? Are they in a commitment? Things like that. So you're really trying to gauge like where they're at, or if you can even find them. And I view these back here almost like wings. This page has wings, and I love that. There's a desire to get that clarity, and again, it's blue. It's almost like speaking the truth or getting vocal about things can really clarify things, and that will help cause movement, okay? So we are going to find out a little bit more. Why is the moon here? For pile number one, please. Why is the moon here? Why is the moon here for pile number one? Thank you. I'm just gonna, oh wow, yeah. So this connection got totally lost, dropped, or ghosted, or you feel emotionally ghosted, and there's just a desire for clarity. It's almost kind of like, wow, you know, I know that was when I was, I don't know, like maybe 12 years old, but I just would like clarity. I would like to understand a little bit more so that I could have that, like, put it to rest or re-stoke the fires or see where it could go. You just want to understand. What is this here? See, that came out and I actually ignored it, and it was meant for you. So I feel like you're looking to see if this situation has a potential for a new beginning. Like, is it stable? Would it be stable? A beginning, something that would grow. Is it worth the time and effort to really deposit energy, blood, sweat, and tears perhaps into? We're going to use a different deck here to clarify. So, show me why. Why is the Hierophant here, please? Why is the Hierophant here? For pile number one. Oh, wow. Oh, we got jumpers. Magnetism. You have a natural ability to make others come after you, possessing a powerful aura that makes it difficult to stay away. Sophisticated. You have a higher understanding of sex and sexuality. It's authentic and empowering, and often having a shocking effect on people and provoking insecurity in others. So, interesting. So perhaps this is what you feel about the other person, or what the other person feels about you. But the Hierophant there, perhaps it was just like you guys were magnetically drawn to each other. And it was just like a knowing. I feel like there is a level of comfortability, but also a spark of like sexual attraction, for sure. And I feel like you keep revisiting this. Okay? So, show me why the Six of Cups is here. For pile number one, make it make sense. For singles, show me now. Woo. I guess we're taking all these. That's a lot, you guys. Okay. Here we go. Hope. You offer the most valuable gift there is, hope. Through your optimism and support, you inspire hope in others. Catalyst. I love this card. You're someone that evokes progress and change in people, making them aware that something could be better, leaving them forever changed. So I feel like even this was like a catalyst for you and perhaps the other person, dream girl. So this could be like this was your dream girl or dream guy. This is saying that perhaps you are their dream person. You have many questions in love, and that puts you in a place of power. You're their dream girl or guy, the ultimate prize to win. I feel like you do dream about this person, fantasize about them quite a bit. Intuition. You have a strong intuition with an innate sense of events, thoughts, of feelings of others. Your intuition often manifests in a gut feeling that serves as an internal guide. So this is your compass, your intuition. Mystical. I feel like this is for your person. Something very mystical. There's something very mystical about you, which gives people the impression that you are very much in your power, and you are. So I feel like this pertains to your person that you're thinking of. In the Alchemist, you want to definitely change the situation and see if there could be any growth here. You're a true alchemist with the ability to transmute negativity and darkness and bring it back to light, enabling others to reconstruct their reality and shift their perception. Yeah, that just goes right back to even being the catalyst to things. So I feel like this connection could have been a catalyst for you, and you always kind of compare other situations and connections to it, and or vice versa. Okay, so that is your reading. If you like that kind of reading, smash that like button, share, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you think. Until next time, namaste. High pile number 2, if you chose the Strength card, this is your reading. Let's get a little sagey sage going. Let's find out what's going on with you. Oh my gosh. I wasn't even ready, but your cards are. I've got the King of Swords, and I've got the Ace of Pentacles. So right off the bat, we have a lot going on. The Strength card can talk a lot about desires, about your inner self, about that inner beast, taming that inner beast, or if that inner beast tames you. It could also talk about lust, okay? And I feel like there is some brain fog surrounding this, and it's almost like make it make sense. So I'm also going to say that this could have to do with, I feel like loyalty. For some reason, I feel loyalty vibes come in. Almost like, am I not sexy enough, hot enough, smart enough? Do you not want me enough? But there's also an internal craving. And that craving also represents a lion, that desire to have that validation or your needs met in such a way that feels out of balance right now. Also, I have the King of Swords here, and this definitely talks to me a lot about getting clarity, cutting through all the bullshit. I feel like this king is just, this person has been hurt quite a bit before. They know how to manage their emotions, though. They're going to use always logic 9 times out of 10 to make decisions. So you cannot appeal to this person necessarily on an emotional level. It will always go back to, does the math add up? Does it make sense? Is it something that's stable and logical? And if it doesn't match up to those standards, it's going to be a no. Your answer is a no, okay? So I'm looking at the wings behind this beautiful king, and this to me seems to be saying in this instance, look, it had to be stable. I'm going to cut out any scenario that isn't stable, that makes me feel uncertain, and I'm going to vocalize it, okay? So whatever your situation is that you came here to gain clarity for, make it make sense. I feel like this person, I almost feel like this person could have cut you off for some reason, but we'll find out more about what's going on here. Or this person is looking to, I heard, cut corners. I don't like the feel of that, cutting corners. Work smarter, not harder. That's what I'm told. So you don't know how this person feels. Okay? You don't know how this person feels. I feel like this could represent the person even that you're inquiring about. The person, if you have anyone on the top of your mind, make it make sense. Let me see if I can get a better camera angle for you guys. That's kind of, no, the other way. Here we go. That's better, kind of. Okay. So I definitely feel like this king could be somebody who's really kind of rough around the edges, a little bit of abrupt. They don't speak a lot, but when they do, it's to the point. And it can actually really cut, even though they just want to be factual, and it could not have anything to do with, look, this king is saying, I'm holding my feeling. It doesn't matter what I feel. It doesn't matter what I feel. It's all about, do you help provide safety, or is it a stable situationship kind of a thing? It doesn't matter really how I feel. The Nine of Swords right here, because it is at the bottom of the deck when I was drawing cards. This is where you're at right now. And I feel like this has caused you a lot of anxiety, a lot of sleepless nights. When you do sleep, you don't feel like you're rested. You're constantly waking up with the same scenario. Like, what happened? Like, do you not want me? Do you not lust after me? Do you not, like, am I not, you know, beautiful enough, thin enough, smart enough, handsome enough? Am I not built like a brick house, I heard? Okay, and I also feel like you're shielding your heart, or attempting to, because this is something that caused you a lot of angst, okay? Now, we're going to find out about the Ace of Pentacles. This is building. This is laying a foundation. So it's almost like the king is like, nope, that's just not going to work for me. And you're wondering, you know, exactly like what happened. I mean, like, we both want each other. I don't get it. The Ace of Pentacles. Make it make sense. Why is the Ace of Pentacles here, please? I heard, oh my gosh, I heard I don't see a future with you. Good grief. Don't kill the messenger, please, okay? I just had a bunch of energy in my crown chakra. And I hope that no one spoke to you like that, but I can actually see the King of Swords speaking like that. That is, you know, the traditional MO, somebody who's like curt, to the point, not messing around with words. They're going to say what they have to say, mean what they, you know, have to mean, even if they have to be mean, right? The Nine of Swords. So, okay, let's see a little bit more about this strength. Show me why. And you could be a Leo, they could be a Leo. Why is the strength card here for my pile number 2, please? Show me now. Seven of Wands. So you guys have had maybe a lot of fights, or this situation caused a lot of internal struggle, and it has to do with stability, with building, with throwing in your lots together, maybe building a relationship on a foundation that was only built on sexual energy, something to that effect. And someone decided, you know what, I'm gonna do my own thing. I am the lone wolf. But I also see that the Seven of Wands tells me that you are standing on higher ground. So this caused you a lot of anxiety. This caused you like body image issues. This caused you to doubt yourself, to not want to put yourself out there again. But it also, like, that rejection just felt really like personal. And, you know, all rejection, let's not kid ourselves, kind of feels personal. But let's find out a little bit more about... Find out a little bit more about this King of Swords. This person could have been a little bit older than you. They could have been cut and dry and said, you know, this is just what it is. I'm not here for a relationship. And you could have caught feelings. Why is the King of Swords here? Show me now. Somebody who moved quick. Perhaps you guys had a really fast connection. You guys had a barrage of like messages to and from. things got hot and heavy really quick, but his heart wasn't involved, or he really kept things to himself. It did cause a lot of strife, a lot of issues with just even basic stability, like can I see you once a week? It's almost like that wasn't even allowed, or you felt like you weren't allowed to voice that. Why is the Eight of Wands here, please? Show me now. This could have to also do with travel. Yeah, you're up in your head about things. It's like you don't know, you don't understand. Make it make sense. So this person didn't want to build with you. They didn't see a future with you. I'm sorry, but that's what I'm getting. Pile number 2, the King of Swords. What else does he have to say? It's really blunt. Ooh. Okay. The Queen of Pentacles. So this person had someone else, or they were thinking about someone else, okay? They wanted, like they were totally drawn to you, your sex appeal and everything else, but they wanted somebody in the end that was like really homegrown that they can build a future with. There you go. They want to build a future with somebody who felt more like salt of the earth, less glamorous. That's weird, right? I mean, hello. But they wanted somebody who would, for example, be kind of like, I don't heard homebody, but somebody who there's just no way of getting around like saying stuff like that without you feeling insulted or feeling like I'm making a misstep. But keep in mind, this is the King's energy, and this could be male or female or same sex. I don't read sex. It's just whatever. But this person, I feel like, had their eye on someone else, like somebody that they, like a prototype in their head that they wanted. So they wanted, for example, somebody that was into like hydroponics or farming or homesteading or raising children and having like a daycare in the house and like multitasking. And so for whatever reason, they felt like this person would add more to their stability, to their situation, so that they can, I heard, build a fortress. Why would he want a fortress? Okay. But they didn't see you as that, okay? And so they just made like a very dry assessment right there. 7 of Swords. Yeah, this person just freaking up and left. Just, I feel like you feel deceived. Like they gave you tokens of hope. You know, maybe taking you out to like a nice place, or you had like some really nice little vacations or staycations or something like that, and then they just totally dipped and you were left feeling confused. And they feel like, you know, almost like I told you from the beginning, you know, this was just supposed to be what it is. It wasn't supposed to be like a long-term thing. Why are you in your head about this? Because you never had a chance to speak your truth. You never had a chance to even express like the reality of how you felt, because you were so unclear about how this person felt. But this person was just keeping everything stuffed. There wasn't a lot going on there emotionally for you. They had their mindset on the prototype of person they wanted to be with, and really that's no fault of your own. We can't be anyone else. That person's already taken. Call number 2, I'm sorry, but that's what I'm getting. You do you. We don't need people like that in our lives, honestly. Mm-hmm. 7 of Pentacles. I feel like this is stage saying that you graduated from the situation. I feel like this is almost like a graduation cap. 7 of Pentacles is like, look, this is where I spent my time, my energy, my effort, my blood, sweat, tears. Did it give me a reward for my effort? Is it something that I feel like it was fair, it was equitable? And the answer is definitely not. I feel like whatever you put into it, even got depleted. Like you could have spent a lot of time, a lot of money. I heard on lingerie, on perfumes, on lotions, on looking good, on getting waxed, on getting pedicures, on, you know, whatever it is that you put your effort into, like trying to look appealing and be appealing for that person, and it kind of went unappreciated. All right. Ooh, yeah. So that situation is over. Pile number 2, that situation is over. I hope that that made sense to you. And please pick a card, because I don't want to leave you like that. Kind of like that situation is over. Let me see. Okay, I just can't leave it there. That situation is definitely over. But for my pile twos, make it make sense. What do we have? Something that they can look forward to. Something that's going to help them. Show me now. The Fool. You taking a chance. You traveling light. You putting down those burdens. Not being weighed down and judged and allowed to kind of dissipate, like your joy and everything else just kind of going to hell. We're not doing that anymore. We're definitely taking a chance. We're taking a chance on love. We're footloose and fancy free. I feel like you're dropping baggage. You're dropping the weight of the past, that once you really gain clarity, and I would even pray or like ask Spirit to really help you get grounded, accept the message, or whatever message you need to, even if it's not this one, and be able to move on, okay? Because you need freedom. You need, this person's totally free. You need freedom. And that's a benefit to like gaining an understanding of what transpired here is your freedom, okay? Freedom to have new adventures, new people that will actually want you, okay? Just the way you are. All right, hope that made sense. Smash that like button, share, comment, subscribe, and until next time, namaste. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. I want you to get a good look at this card, because the traditional Ten of Swords is just so different than this. I really love this deck, if you can't tell. And I'm going to tell you, it almost appears to me like this person is like doing penance, almost like, thank you, sir, may I have another one? Like if they're getting spanked, smacked, or I don't know what's going on here. But then in other instances, when I look at it, I feel like the Ten of Swords is almost saying like, this person's almost like laying on a casket or something. Just kind of weird. But we're going to find out where this goes, okay? Because we are talking about the Ten of Swords. If you chose this reading, pile number 3, this is about betrayal. This is about, I have had people say the worst, seen the worst in me, say the worst about me, gossip to other people, backstabbing, backbiting, vipers in your own bed, things like that. And it feels to me almost like you're like heartbroken or so wounded that all you can do is actually look at the ground. I feel like this person is perhaps in a stage of prayer. I've been praying for some time. And this one jumped out. But look, the Magician reverse. Okay, I'm going to put it up right just so you can see, because they're just gorgeous cards. But the Magician reverse tells me that you feel powerless to really manifest. Now, I'm going to tell you that is just a flat lie. I know that we feel that way. And believe me, I'm not trying to minimize like how you feel if this is your story, your narrative. But I definitely want to tell you that you have been... you need to heal, first of all. Have mercy with yourself. When you come to the point that you can actually sit down again and not look and be so wounded by these swords, maybe meditating on your heart chakra, trying to picture your DNA and your heart repairing itself, getting some light codes, or getting therapy, maybe all of it combined, whatever it is, doing some tapping. That can be useful as well, to be able to kind of move and process through all of this. You can actually manifest. It's just that when we're feeling low, when we're feeling sad, when we're feeling betrayed, rendered helpless, hopeless, like I can't move, I can't do anything, it makes it really difficult for us to manifest anything different, because everything has a vibration and a frequency. If we're in a frequency, I don't know, it's like your radio, for example. If you're listening to 101.5 and you expect to hear like an AM channel, it's not going to happen. Or 99.5, you have to tune to the right frequency to hear what it is that you want. And so if you're at this frequency right now, my point is that don't get frustrated with yourself because you cannot manifest or see a way to manifest, or you're feeling hopeless because you have every valid reason to have those feelings. I urge you to go ahead and do some journaling, to do some processing, to do a limpia, if you know what that is. That's an auric cleanse, or a cleanse that we do to cleanse our, cleanse our auric field and really gain some healing as well. I heard psychic debris. Some of you guys need to get some help to remove some psychic debris as well. Okay. But manifesting, yeah, there's an obsession, okay? And that's why you can't move on. It's because it's obsessive thinking, nonstop thinking about the same thing, the people that betrayed you, the things that were said, the position that you're in now. And you can't manifest from this vibration is my point. Okay, so the magician is going to actually, it's at your fingertips, but you really need to make an effort. So if you're one to constantly visit old stories, old narratives of what happened, and I totally get it. It's not judgment, it's just a fact. We like to visit and try to understand, but sometimes we get addicted to those emotions, okay? It's a victim mentality. What the hell? This just like flipped over for you. Pile number 3, this could have something to do with a deep connection. Somebody that you were really connected with. You felt like that was your soulmate, when in fact they wound up being your cellmate, okay? So what I mean by that, I feel like that, yeah, they're soulmates, but I don't feel like it's just one person that's our soulmate. I feel like there could be multiple people. But this person, I feel like you were enamored by this person. You were taken with them. You were transfixed. They were almost like your identical twin. And when this person betrayed you, whatever transpired right there, you feel like you cannot move on. And a lot of this is like mental energy, okay? And that has triggered an obsession. But I also would propose to you that perhaps you have an addiction to feeling this way. And if you think that that's not possible, we can definitely get addicted to emotions of like sadness, of depression, of listlessness, hopelessness, things like that. We can get addicted because we've experienced so much of it and we give so much attention to it that our bodies are like, oh, hey, give me more, even though we're not wanting more, right? Yeah, so take a chance. I'm saying take a chance and try to really do something different. Try changing your frequency. I would say even try like doing like a 3-minute dance, as stupid as that sounds. She looks like she's dancing. And I feel like that would really start lining up your chakras a little bit different. And important to you and for you is actually movement is going to get rid of that energy, that stagnancy that is trapped in your body. Okay, keep in mind that your body remembers everything, even if you don't. And so there's a need to get your body moving, to get rid of some of that energy so you can actually have clarity. There's no clarity right here. When you have clarity and when you're grounded, okay, and this is going to come about by you actually surrendering, and that sounds like it's far-fetched, especially when we're in this energy of like, man, I can't believe my whole family betrayed me, and then they got my significant other lover to just abandon me, or my sister ran off with my man, or I don't know what your scenario is. Any of those, all of those could apply. None of those could apply, but you get the gist. That puts us in that obsessive thought of like, well, why am I not good enough? Why did this happen? How could they? That kind of a thing. To take back your power, I'm definitely going to recommend get centered, get focused. Maybe even doing some deep breathing, and movement is going to get this out. It's going to help you to be able to manifest, okay? So once we get into the energy of manifesting, tell me more about this magician. Look, you'll have justice. If justice is what you want, because this is unfair, you were done wrong, everything else, the way to get justice is to become more yourself. I know it sounds like really counterintuitive, but this will bring the scales back into balance, meaning you will not be so easily swayed by other people's actions in relation to you. Okay, So make this make sense. This has to do with the Two of Cups. Why is the Two of Cups here, please? Make this make sense for my singles. Show me now. I feel like maybe you were an option. Somebody had options there. Somebody had options and they did not choose you. Show me. There was more than you. This could be a 3-person party. Collaborating with more than just you. An imbalance. 7 of Wands. This person felt like they were higher up. They had the say in everything. Like they had control of the situation, okay? I heard the blind leading the blind. They don't know what the hell they're doing. And so part of what you're experiencing emotionally is like shrapnel from their own demise, actually. Two of Cups. A lot of messages to and from. You could have traveled to see this person. They could have traveled to see you. There could be some distance between you right now. Why is the 8 of Wands here for my pile number 3? Show me now. Somebody wants clarity and they're doing a lot of spying, looking at your social media, maybe driving by your house, maybe getting information from friends, family, things like that. I feel like family was involved. Whatever this is, family was involved, causing problems. Maybe they had a family. Make this make sense. What is the two of Cups and the Page here, please? Movement. They harnessed their positive and negative polarity. They decided that something else was better for them. That you were simply an option. They went after what gave them emotional fulfillment. And yeah, you guys are not in communication at all. They have the majority of the say as to why you're not communicating. If you communicate, like, in other words, you're not the one to manage the communication right now. Even if you tried, it wouldn't work because they're not responding, something like that. They're the ones that would have to initiate if this were to kind of open up, or if you could have closure, you know, depending on what it is that you're seeking, because I feel like there's deep wounds here. This has left you, sorry about the camera shake here, incredibly burdened. You've been carrying this around for a long ass time. You know what, for one of you, I feel like this is an abandonment by a father. I feel like your dad abandoned you, and I feel like there's no communication and you want to know why. That makes sense. There's the Emperor. You want to know why. Were you not good enough? Did you do something? Logically, I think you understand that, but it left a wound. It left a father wound. Whew. Yeah. I can relate to that. Pile number 3. Pile number 3. What's going on? Why is this Emperor here? Show me now. It's my way or the highway. 7 of Pentacles. I feel like this person's like, am I benefiting from giving to you, or can I gain more from dating somebody else, going out with somebody else? You know in your gut exactly what transpired here. If you feel like you were used for your time, your energy, your body, then that's exactly what happened. If this goes back to a father figure, follow your gut, because this person, this father figure, this dad, whatever you want to call him, they were more concerned with what they were getting out of having a relationship with their child, which would be you, okay? It's like, well, is it worth, I mean, like, it's, you know, they're not contributing nothing to what it is that I want. Oh my God, this camera shakes, sorry. So, and I can relate. Oh my gosh, can I relate? So I feel like you felt like this person hung the moon and the stars in so many ways, like you were just a deep connection, and that has served to be a major blockage I heard retreat, a major, okay, so you could be somebody who, in your dating life or personal life, you could be really skittish, standoffish because, yep, because of this father figure leaving. You have a lot of deep intuition, but look, this has caused you so much stress, so much worry, so much overthinking. You are definitely clairvoyant. I see that here with the High Priestess, with the Queen of Cups, okay? And you're waiting to see what it is that's going to come about. That you've done a lot of, like, I heard penance. I keep, you know, maybe you're like trying to kind of blame yourself or take all the responsibility here when it's really not yours. Somebody else treated you like shit, and this is a result of it, okay? So I definitely don't like that. I feel like you've offered your emotions freely, worn your heart on your sleeve, and you got kicked in the teeth for it. Show me more about this connection, and show me now for pile number 3. Make it make sense. Judgment. All the sins from the past are going to be brought forth into the light. This has to do with the family. What I tell you has to do with the family, whether it is your family from childhood and your father abandoning you, or a father figure, or somebody who is emotionally, mentally, spiritually not available. Okay? I feel angry. I feel like they could have invested elsewhere. In another family. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. The Knight of Cups. This person was busy doing whatever it is that felt good to them. They were more concerned about dipping their wick in every place, and it just didn't matter. They didn't care. Why is the 10 of Cups here? For my pile number 3. Show me now. Temperance, balance. There's a need to have balance, to take back your power, to get grounded. I've got this person. This card gives me a lot of Hangman vibes. Kind of like, ooh, sorry about that. Yeah, you're like me. A School of Hard Knocks, I'm hearing, because I just hard knocked my phone while filming. But I feel like there is a need for a balance, for temperance, and this almost feels like the Hangman, which would be like this because of his legs almost make a 4, even though they're simply crossed. So I feel like you're incredibly out of balance. The way to do that is to really focus on your root chakra. That is really what's going to give you the most benefit right now, the most help. It's going to get you centered. It is going to give you the most positivity and the most forward moving motion, okay? Because waiting for someone like this to return, this is like an illusion. It's like these cups are even shadows of what they could be. And whoever treats you like this, whether it's a family, a quote friend, or a lover, it's just not okay and not acceptable. It's time to love yourself more than other people love you. Respect you more than other people respect you. Love and respect and take care of you more than your family took care of you, okay? So I totally get that. I mean, if that is your story, I 1000% relate. Big hugs to you. There is definitely hope. We can form family of choice. We don't have to put up with this nonsense any longer, okay? So I hope that helps empower you a little bit more. Smash that like button, share, comment, subscribe. I hope you have much, much healing to you, and you definitely can turn this around, okay? Focus on your root chakra. That would be the first thing I would tell you. Much love to you. Namaste.